Breaking news from the Alert Center. Crews were called to a fire in a building near Carter Lake, happened late last night. The fire started shortly before 11 p.m. in the area of 11th and Locust Streets. Well, according to police dispatch, no injuries were reported as a result of the fire. In an update this morning, OFD says crews saw flames coming from the roof of the building when they arrived, and it was unsecured and vacant at the time of the fire. Well, the fire was extinguished in about 35 minutes. That's according to a report this morning. An investigation into its cause is underway. Well, OFD says in the report that evidence of squatters was present inside and outside of the building, and damage is estimated at about $75,000 there. Well, hello everyone. Good morning and happy Thursday. My name is Elena Riley and I bring you our top headlines here every weekday morning at the Alert Center. So let's head to more. Yesterday morning, Omaha firefighters made a daring rescue on the Bob Kerry pedestrian bridge. When crews got to the bridge at about 8:42 a.m., they found a man hanging onto the outside of the bridge that was high above the Missouri River. Close to a dozen firefighters answered the call, but Chris Laring was the first to arrive. That is how you pronounce his name. Alrighty, well, he made contact with the individual. And Laring says he was very sporadic. He wasn't all with it mentally at the time. He'd also been hanging on for a while, so who knows what mental state he was in at the time. OFD officials report Omaha police and first responders from Council Bluffs and Epley Airfield assisted in the rescue yesterday. And working high above the Missouri River or in any other dangerous situation, teamwork is critical. There's the man who responded first. We see him there chatting. Well, a big part of the firefighters' job is training, and that helped save a life yesterday. Now to more headlines. The case against a man claiming self-defense in a deadly stabbing at a laundromat in Midtown Omaha will go to trial. Deshaun Griffin is charged with second-degree murder for the stabbing that killed Jonathan Wallace near Saddle Creek and Cumming Street. And prosecutors allege that Wallace asked Griffin for a lighter and an argument started. Griffin later allegedly threatened Wallace and put a knife to his throat. When Wallace tried to back up, Griffin stabbed him to death. That's according to authorities. And then he died in the parking lot. Well, Griffin's wife, Kayla, is charged as an accessory for driving him from the scene and washing the knife used in the stabbing. We see her there in court. Well, her case is still pending. Next up, Metro Transit is asking for the public's feedback on proposed changes to some of its routes today. Residents can make comments on the proposed changes to the following routes. That's Route 4 is extended evening service on weekdays. Route 5 is schedule adjustments, primarily on the west end of the route. Route 13 is extended evening service on weekdays as well. Route 15 is disconnect from Route 55. It will stay on a half-hour frequency for most of the day. And then Route 55 is to increase frequency to every half hour. That's during peak weekday service times. Well, an in-person meeting is happening today at the Exarban Transit Center. That's near Stetson Park from 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. And if you can't attend the meeting, you can submit comments online. We have that linked here at First Alert 6. My next headline, some great news. Today, the city of Omaha is inviting residents to learn about upcoming improvements to Tranquility Park. The open house will take place from 5 to 7:30 p.m. today at the Saddlebrook Community Center. That's near 144th and 4th Streets. Plans include improving soccer facilities, updating to lighting and safety features, and adding new restrooms and concessions. A lot of good things happening there. In a release, city officials say they will talk about improvements on 4th Street as well. That's specifically on how construction will happen in stages. And then following the initial presentation, attendees can visit informational stations, ask questions, and share feedback. You can find more information on the city's website there about Tranquility Park. And my last headline this morning, here is that as updates continue at Eppley Airfield, the Omaha Airport Authority shared concept images of what the new airport lounge will look like. So we are seeing that now. It looks so amazing from these photos, these images, concept images they shared with us. Well, passengers can pay for access to escape lounges. That's what it's called. It's once passing through security. There are similar spaces in about 30 airports worldwide, so really good concept here. And the lounge will offer complimentary food and drink, a full-service bar, access to high-speed Wi-Fi and charging ports, as well as amenities like restrooms, TVs, newspapers, and more. That is what we are told about this space. Well, the lounge, it's slated to open in 2027. It will be on the 3rd floor, and the walk-up rate for the lounge, and it's expected to be open daily from 4 p.m. to 8 p.m., would be $60. That's according to an OAA official. So if you're willing to pay, this looks like a great spot. Wow, it makes me want to travel and get over to Eppley. Awesome. All right, we'll head here to First Alert 6, where we can see all of these top headlines in my web story. I bring this to you every weekday morning at about 6 a.m. to get you started with your day. Check all these out. A little more information online here, some photos, things of that nature. Alrighty, thank you for joining me, and everyone have a great start to your Thursday.